We live in a world where the disparity between the rich and the poor gets wider and wider each year. Nowadays, it's no stranger to see a big mansion on one side of the street and a tiny, barely even house-looking one on the other side. What causes this great discrepancy in the economic conditions of men? Lesson number 1 is entitled, Why Do Some People Suffer in Poverty while Others Enjoy Prosperity? To better understand the succeeding principles that would be discussed in this lesson, we begin by defining clearly some words that would be used often in this chapter, such as the meaning of the word culture, poverty, prosperity, and income-generating activity. The purpose of this beginning lesson is to set the stage for the learner to individually and honestly assess himself, his values, beliefs, culture, his traditions, his circumstances, as well as his family's role in the makeup of his present life, particularly the economic aspect of his life. This chapter includes identifying some basic parameters that serve as day-to-day indicators and categorize if a man could be considered financially poor as opposed to being financially wealthy. It also brings to life a self-assessment evaluation test that helps learners conclude for themselves important realizations such as the relationship of righteousness to wealth, poverty to evil, and vice versa. One of the instruments that would be used to discuss further the many principles in this lesson would be the parable of the talents as found in Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 to 30. As a culminating activity, learners will be asked to summarize their learning and answer the key question, what do I need to do to provide a more prosperous life for me and my family? The summary of the learning in this chapter is the principle that as children of God, we are worthy to become recipients of God's earthly blessings, and we could live a life of prosperity when we follow correct and proven business principles. When I teach this lesson to our students here in the Philippines, I love to share with them a scripture that can be found in Doctrine and Covenants section 104, verses 17 and 18. It reads, For the earth is full, and there is enough and to spare. Yea, I prepared all things, and have given unto the children of men to be agents unto themselves. Verse 17 uses three powerful words the Lord used to describe the earth. The words are full, enough, and to spare. And then in verse 18, the Lord summarizes these three powerful words using one word. Therefore, if any man shall take of the abundance which I have made, and impart not his portion according to the law of my gospel unto the poor and the needy, he shall with the wicked lift up his eyes in hell, being in torment. The summary word is abundance. I have friends, lots of friends here in the Philippines, members of the church, who have a very funny way of reading these particular verses. Some of them read it this way, and the earth, except the Philippines, is full, and there is enough and to spare. And I often remind them that that is not the way the Lord would want us to read this. I would say the Lord would want us to read it this way. And the earth, including the Philippines, is full, and there is enough and to spare. I truly believe that prosperity begins in our thinking. And this wonderful lesson will be a wonderful introduction to the rest of great lessons that will be taught. But it all begins with our thinking.